Yo, what's good, guys? Today, I'm back with another interview. We got one of the UK's most promising icons. He's already making a name for himself, and I can see him just becoming a very well-respected figure in the industry. Ladies and gents, we got Kobbi Banks, man.
Brother,
What are you telling me, bro?
I'm
How have
blessed.
you been today, man?
Blessed, man. Happy to be here. Just been
Same, man,
waiting
same.
to get this in for time.
How's the journey?
Smooth journey.
Smooth journey,
Not far from Essex, so
Yeah.
yeah.
So, Kobbi, give the people a brief introduction of yourself.
So yeah, my name's Kobbi Banks. I'm a designer, owner of BW40F, and yeah, been designing for around 3 years now.
Yeah.
Started in lockdown. That's when I started really getting into it. Or like when I started, I just used to draw stuff on denim, on cargos. Then slowly moved to doing my first tee. Then I think the first jump was denim. And yeah, man, just been running it up since then.
So, what got you into design? What was that switch that made you think, yeah, let me try this, let me do this?
I feel like it was a realization that a creation can be made, like something from my head can come into life. Like, I don't know, that's a crazy thing to me that everybody has ideas, everything has just things through your head, but realizing it and having it in a physical product. I'll never forget, bro, when I made that first tee.
Yeah.
And it was just like, it came in the post, it was whack, terrible. I used this random printing thing, like it was terrible. But when it came and I realized like an idea had gone digitally to being on my body, man, like
It's a good feeling.
undeniable. To this day, bro, I don't think you ever lose it, you know? Like
Really?
every time I get a sample, bro, it's like a good sample, undeniable feeling.
It's a good feeling. I can imagine it because it's just like, raw, I made this.
Yeah.
This is my creation.
Like it started from
my
nothing.
head.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
like at one point it was not a thing, and now it's here, like on my body.
So, in terms of learning design, did you go to fashion school? How did you kind of learn all of that stuff?
So everything's self-taught. When I went to uni, I studied economics. So yeah, I've never had any, like not classical, but like formal education in fashion. But yeah, just a lot of hours, solo hours, putting in work.
Crazy. So you just literally practice makes perfect.
Yeah,
Practicing
just
in the trenches.
hours, bro. I think that's one thing I've learned is like, you know that they talk about 10,000 hours. Apparently that's how long it takes for you to
Get good at something.
is it specialized expertise? Like, yeah,
I
10,000
think
hours.
it's 10,000 hours.
Yeah, so, bro, yeah. And that can come in so many different formats. So that's what I realized. It can be from watching fashion shows, or it can be from, one thing I did from early on was like, if I'm on public transport, just look at what everybody's wearing. Like everybody.
That's such a good tip. I was actually deep in obviously I'm not a designer, but it's like, I was looking at it. One of the best ways to kind of see what's in, what's trending, or what's working is look around when you're walking. The high street is probably some of the best references you can get. And
Yeah,
I think
facts.
owner of MDV, Reese Wabara, said that as well.
Yeah.
Like looking at the high street, looking at what people are wearing, it's such a good reference point. It's direct information. Do you know what I mean?
And where it is, it's not even people, like, you think it's everyone your age, isn't it? But when you expand your horizon, bro,
It's everyone.
like,
It's everyone.
even like a kid, a toddler, a tiny person,
Exactly
like,
that.
because they have creativity in a different
Exactly
minefield,
that.
they might throw their jacket on a completely different, or they might be swagging like a backpack with the strap all coiled up, and the next thing you know, you're referencing it and
Exactly
thinking,
that.
yo, spin the ravel so it ravels around. And
Bro, it's even the old heads, bro.
Nah,
Some of
old
the
heads, the trousers,
swag out.
bro, they always be
Swag
having the
out,
perfect
bro.
fitting trousers. The trousers always drop perfectly
crazy.
on the shoe,
It's
and they always
crazy,
be
man.
having like
It's
nice
crazy.
little
It's
smart
like-
jacket.
And it's the shoes as well. The shoes, they do it well. The old heads actually do it well.
Yeah,
Like,
some
mad
do.
respect for them, man.
Yeah, you gotta respect
Like,
the
they know how to
OGs.
swag their stuff, and it's like they just be doing it on accident. It's not even a thing of like, they're not like us where it's like they look in the mirror like, okay, cool, I'm gonna wear this with this. They're just like, I'm putting this stuff on. However it looks, it's however it looks.
Do you think?
It's effortless? I think some of them. I don't think some of them put the most thought into it. They just dress what they know, and it just comes out good. And I feel like that's part of drip. Like, it has to be effortless.
Yeah, it has to be comfortable, like
I mean,
really you. Nah, facts.
Bro, that man got loads of stuff to worry about. I don't think they're too worried about, oh, how am I looking?
That's what I'm
Just
thinking.
throw stuff on. Some of them, 100%, and you can tell which ones are like the ones actually thinking about, oh, what swag am I wearing today? But I feel like a lot of the ones I've personally seen, they're like, let me just throw some stuff on, see how it works.
It works.
And it
always
works,
be
bro.
working, bro.
It
Always
works,
be
man.
working.
It works. So, Kobbi, talk to me about your previous collection that you dropped.
So it's called Process Collection. Accumulation of 5 different garments. Some of them were designed, craziest thing, the flat jacket. So that was the one that had the cotton straps.
I read the essay on that.
Yeah, it was one of my favorite pieces. I've had the design from 2022. Yeah,
Crazy.
that's the first time I conceptualized it.
So what was the gap like? How come it took you so long to kind of put it into thingy?
So when I initially designed that was when there was a time where I was designing things which I wasn't actually capable of manufacturing it because I hadn't done that jump.
Right.
Like I had jean designs, I had coat designs. Again, you know the night puffer? That is 2021. End of 2021 was when I was like, yeah, I want to sample a knight's armor to make a puffer. But I just didn't know like manufacturing, pattern making, all that stuff. So yeah, a lot of stuff is just ideas which I've conceptualized time ago, and then slowly I've started to realize like find manufacturers, resources, to make a certain panel, a certain shape, then it will figure into an armor, stuff like that. And then I'm like, oh, so I can actually do this.
That's actually insane.
Yeah,
so
sick.
like, that must be such a great feeling to have designs in the locker, and it's like a couple years down the line, you're like, I'm bringing this into fruition. That's actually crazy.
Crazy. Especially that jacket, it was one of those ones.
Must be a proud feeling, that.
I don't know if proud is the word, but it's satisfying. It's like, I think the best thing is like you put in years of work, and sometimes in the moment, when I did that, it didn't feel like anything. I didn't have anything in real life. I had no prospect of going to make it. But then it's like reconfirms that your hard work always comes to fruition, which I do believe in. Like, it might not be received in the moment. It's not like I made the jacket, sampled it, it came to life. But I worked hard to have the idea to conceptualize it. And we're here.
That is sick. That's really sick. Talk to me about the pieces essays, because I haven't seen another designer do that, where you're given essays and insight behind the piece. Like when I read them, I was very impressed, and it's like, because of what I do, obviously, I'm always looking for what's behind. I'm always looking for substance. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when I was reading through the essays and I saw everything, I was like, this is crazy. Like, this is what we need. And you're in your own lane doing it. So talk to me about the pieces essays, how you kind of ideated that and came about with it, and then also the process behind the process of actually creating those as well.
So, being honest, with that collection, I'm proud of it, I'm happy with it and getting it out, but it's not my favorite one because I had to find something to tie it together with. Each of the pieces was done individually, and I didn't have a narrative behind it. So I was finding it really hard to think, what am I actually going to give to the people?
Yeah.
I never want to just give clothes. It's got to be something deeper than that. Yeah, no, it's got to be something deeper than that, because so many people are designing. I wouldn't say it's easy, but everyone can make something really aesthetically pleasing. But you got to have something more to give if you want to build a community, build a purpose behind your brand. So with that one, I realized that each of the garments had undergone very different processes. As I last spoke about, one was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
The jacket you're wearing is part of the collection.
Yeah, man.
And
Kobbi got me swagged out, man.
Swagged out, bro, for the shit.
Swagged out, boy.
Swagged out, bro, for it. And that was done maybe in like a 3-month period. And it was one of those ones where it was like lock-in every day, worked on it. My boy, you know Tyrell, he runs a brand, Famously Famous. Yeah, he helped me with the tech pack for that.
Wow.
In terms of like getting it in real life on
Shout out
the
Tyrell,
Tyrell 100 times, bro. Famously Famous, let the world know. But yeah, so that was like a real lock-in, 4 months, work.
Crazy.
But the other one was 2 years, let it sit. Well, so I realized, cool, all of these have different processes to it. the Duality. There was like an embroidered black one. The
Yeah.
black one, yeah. That was an idea which was developed. So I'd already cemented that design. It was on like a normal, not cut and sew. What do you call it? Just a blank, yeah.
Yeah.
And I printed it on. So that was like excelling stuff to a next level. So I cut and sewed, added embroidery,
Actually, yeah,
etc.
I
Yeah.
remember.
Mm-hmm,
I
yeah.
remember.
So you've seen the black one, isn't it? The OG one, yeah.
When I came across your brand, I do remember that stage when it was like on a blank.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So
that's crazy.
each one had a process, and I was like, cool, process collection. That's called the process denim set with the matching trouser. And then it was like, initially I was going to write in the captions. I just wanted to talk about the process of each one. And I really deeped, this is one thing I always think in my head, like, what do people want? When you come on Instagram, are you trying to read a long conversation or long scripts if you're not climatize your viewers to that before?
Yeah.
It'd be my first time throwing them into that. And I was like, nah. And it also limited me. I could only write so much in the caption. So I was like, I'm
Take it
a uni
outside.
student. Like, I've been writing essays. We used to do this all the time. Like, and now this is something I'm truly passionate about. And I really want to let people know, delve into my brain, understand why I'm doing stuff. And it wasn't even for the sake of, this may increase my sales. It was really for, like, the passion of the game and fashion and clothes. I really love this.
It's like going that extra step further. I really like what you said about the whole thing of Instagram, and when people are coming onto the platform, are they looking to read like something huge or just something short? And it's like, it's kind of a techie subject, because obviously with my page, I have those longer captions sometimes, and that's why the other day I even did a story post of, what do you guys prefer? Surprisingly, the longer captions won, and I expected it to be the shorter captions, but then when I deeped, I was like, the people who prefer the longer captions, they're just kind of more quiet, and they really appreciate the content, and then they go about their day. But the people who prefer the short captions is just different. It's just attention spans and stuff like that.
Different
But
audience.
that's it's a key thinking point to kind of think about, because I feel like it can easily get overlooked.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Sometimes I even get brands who are like, let me just slap this all in the caption, and it's cool, but you have to think about your audience, and is it for them?
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
exactly.
Yeah.
But funny enough, on your story, I voted for longer captions.
Yeah,
Because I feel like you built an audience that appreciates that.
exactly. So it's situational.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? It's very situational from person to person. Even you, I feel like there's parts here and there where you can get away with a longer caption, because you have that type of mature audience who can actually sit down and be like, okay, let me actually read this stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's more so like dib and dabble, and then more situational.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So talk to me about your upcoming collection, your next collection, Brick by Brick. Is that Brick by Brick?
Yeah, Brick by Brick.
I love that name, man.
Well,
Brick by Brick.
that has my whole heart in it. As in, been
Brick by
planning
Brick.
it for maybe 6 months.
Yeah.
That's just planning. Design-wise, some of them go back again. Yeah, it goes a year and a half back. The main piece is called Brick. I don't want to give too much away, but like,
Keep it low.
yeah, Bean had that in my head a year and a half ago. And yeah, Brick by Brick is just like appreciating the long grind of this. Like, I'm really here for longevity. Like, I really want to be here 20 years, like build this brand up to something which is scheduled in Fashion Week, and that's my goal. But like, I really appreciate that it's a step-by-step process, and every step is just laying the brick, and then another step might be spreading the cement, and it looks different at each stages. And I love that fact of like, you put a brick down, that's a step. You lay a cement, and notice how that step doesn't increase the height of the wall. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So in the moment, it can feel like
In the moment,
you
it
haven't
feels
moved
like
anywhere.
nothing, but
And especially from the outside world, they'll be looking at you like, bro, that wall is the same height. But bro, you laid that cement, which was vital for that next brick to hold. So yeah, just really appreciating the step by step, and that, means
It's
so
like,
much.
I guess another analogy for it is life's a marathon.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
literally.
Just got to take your time and just watch it build up.
Not a sprint. But it's hard, bro. We live in a time where everything's quick.
So quick.
Everything's
So
quick.
quick.
Next
Everyone
thing-
wants stuff quick.
Yeah, next
Even
drop
me,
here.
like, I got to work on it. Like, my patience is not exactly there, but it's like, we live in this world where it's like, everything's 100 miles per hour. I want it now. I want it right now. Do you know what I mean? And it's like sometimes you just got to fall back and look at life and be like, you know what, not everything is meant to be. And then you have to also factor in timing, like God's timing. Do you know what I mean?
Facts.
Not your own timing. Do you know what I mean? So you can get something right now and it's like you're not even ready. You can get it and you fumble it.
Facts.
Do you know what I mean?
That's
so
the biggest fact.
That time to where you eventually get to where you want to, that era is just time for the growth and the patterning up to be that type of person who can actually have that. Do you know what I mean?
Be prepared for them blessings. You gotta have the equipment. You gotta be mentally ready. Like so many things. So
exactly, because it's like, think about how many kids want to be millionaires. If you give them $1 million, they're gonna rush through that.
Wow,
you know what I mean?
So many reasons. Like, and that example, say the million, it's not even the money, bro. It's what comes with it. It's like you want to be popping on gram, say, but now it's pressure. Every time you post, bro, you've been hitting 1K likes. And sometimes, bro, I had this, like being honest, like, sometimes a post won't get an amount of likes. And it's like, you feel low. You feel like, have I not done what I needed to do? You didn't have them pressures before.
Exactly.
You got to build up to be ready for all those types of things.
Exactly, man.
Yeah, brick by brick. So that's I wouldn't say sentimental, but that's like the reasoning behind it and the quote. But all the garments, and this is why I say this is maybe my first collection. Yeah. Because when I was designing, I had in mind brick by brick. Every piece, even that one jacket a long time ago, it was on the quote brick by brick. So it's all based around construction wear. So the washes are kind of things, you know, when you see
that's crazy
construction workers,
that's crazy.
So even these denims, you can tell they're kind of like almost
that's
like
so
dirty. These are called dirt denim. That's what they're going to be called. It's going to be a pair of cargos. They're going to be called.
Have you released them?
Nah, this is called brick. Yeah.
So everything you're wearing, which is released and which is unreleased? I know the hoodie is.
Hoodie's released. Yeah. Those are the best, bro. This is the best hoodie in the world. Until you own this hoodie, bro. Until you own this hoodie, you can't tell me that. Sal, how much you wrote this hoodie, bro? No, you wouldn't take this. You wouldn't take it off, bro. It's like, I promise you.
It's the matching set with these, isn't
it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Kelly's got the bombs on.
You see these joggers here?
Yeah, it's crazy set. Crazy. This is unreleased, never coming out. It was supposed to be part of the brick by brick. Yeah. But it's not anymore. Then we have dirt denim, and then we have my baby, bro.
The bag looks crazy, especially the back of it as well.
Yeah, unreleased. I don't know. Don't know when we'll get it.
How come the tea's not releasing?
How come?
The tea, the duality tea.
It's business. It's business. It's learning. It's developing and like learning the business of the game. Like some things have to make sense. This doesn't make sense financially. The amount of money that goes into it and the amount of money that comes back right now doesn't make sense.
That makes sense.
So until I can do more units or reduce the unit costs and like, and that's something I've learned.
That's a whole nother technicality that people
business
have to learn.
Of fashion, bro. You know who put me on the most game? Sid. Anytime I talk to Sid, I'll learn something about the business of fashion, which like opens up my eyes.
Sid is like a massive proponent of talking about the business side of fashion. There's a couple times he's talked about creativity and then the money side. So I can really like gauge the fact that you got that game from Sid. Yes. Tell us what Sid kind of told you about that, like what you've learned from that.
I don't know how much free game I'm gonna give it like really. I can't give too much free game away.
Nah, of course not. But
he just taught me how to think about it. Like he really taught me how to think about it. I think one thing I'll never forget that Sid said was how when he first sold his races, he sold like 5 races. Yeah. And then, bro, how many races has he shifted now? So many. So it's that balance of creativity and then business, finances, and also like believing in our products. That's the biggest thing I learned. That'll make me. This is why one day everyone in the world will own this double zip up hoodie, bro.
Well, make it happen.
I'll give him a different colorway. I'll give him a different package. I'll advertise it because I know it's a hit. I know deep down. So Yeah, I learned that from Sid, bro. Because think about it. Imagine if he, after selling those 5 races,
Yeah.
he was like, nah. Yeah, it's not. Obviously wasn't that.
Stuck to the plan.
Bro, think about when you step out, you see someone in a swagged out racer that's changed.
Yeah.
And even go as far as to say, you have to this is like a young, developing brand shifting a 500-pound jacket. That's crazy. That's
The
changed
amount
the
of
game,
like,
bro.
the amount of self-belief you have to kind of be like, I'm making a jacket like this crazy. Let me slap
5 bills on it.
And someone out there is gonna go cop it. And
Not even
people
someone,
are
bro.
copying it,
It's
bro.
become
And
the
people
thing.
love it.
Yeah,
Do you know
bro.
what I mean? Like it's got demand behind it. Do you know what I mean? So
But
I just find,
bro?
yeah,
Because that's why we box ourselves. That's one thing.
yeah, 100%.
Is it like, I don't even want to say I make streetwear. I don't make streetwear, bro.
It's not really
No intent to make streetwear. Just because I'm small and coming up and I didn't go fashion school, maybe I don't do tailoring, but still I have no intent to do that. So that's just like, even again, like with Clint, like with Cortez, people box Cortez in just because it came up in the streetwear. Like there's no limits to what we can do.
There's
like,
no labels, man.
Nah, bro, like no limits, bro. He be making them ads which could compete with the biggest brands in the world. Him and
easily.
Walid, isn't it?
Easily,
Walid.
yeah, Waleed.
Bro.
It's easily like the levels that they're reaching, especially with the skydive. Like that's
Insane, yeah.
That's award worthy stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't know what type of awards they do for advertising, but
No, they actually do.
that should be up
You
there.
know, it got nominated.
Oh really?
Yeah, for
I think I did see like one nomination. but
like for a proper
Yeah.
ad thing. Like,
That's crazy.
and bro, because they put no limit on themselves.
No limit.
No one should.
Yeah, that's one thing I learned as well with kind of just doing all this stuff. It's like all the limits and the labels, especially labels and categories. Like they're actually kind of, I think the word is counterintuitive. That's a big word, by the way. But counterintuitive is like you're kind of doing yourself a disservice because it's like now you're limited. Like labels and categories are low key like limits because it's like because you're in this. Subconsciously, you're thinking, I can't move out of this because I'm this. So, like, the longer I've kind of been doing this is I've realized it's not about labels and categories. They actually, like, hold you kind of back. Yeah.
And the reason I feel like in society we put stuff into boxes, let's say, perfect example is anyone that hops on a certain type of beat, opium. Perfect example, UK opium.
Yeah.
What the hell does that mean, bro? Bro, it's not a thing. It's not a thing.
Do you know what I saw yesterday? In Knots, there was a flyer going. I don't know if you guys saw.
Yeah,
There was a
opium
flyer going. Like a UK opium party.
Yeah.
I was like, what does that actually even mean?
But bro,
Where was it? In London.
Yeah, bro. But my thing is like UK opium, and then they try slap, say like Len, Fimi, anyone that makes music which doesn't fit into this
The narrative.
narrative. And the reason people do that is because people get uncomfortable not knowing what a thing is. Like it feels like alien to them, and they want to comfort themselves that I understand it, so cool.
Yeah.
They sound like Kasi. They don't sound anything like it.
Exactly. It's like fear of the kind of unknown. And it's like,
Yeah.
if it's not this, it's that.
I know, but that's how we progress things.
Yeah.
And them guys there, bro, Fimi, Len, Lancy, YT, Pierre, Kemi, bro, so many artists are pushing so many amazing sounds in UK, and
They all sound different.
bro, different beats,
all
different
crazy.
stuff. Like you can't categorize these guys, bro.
Yeah.
Cannot. So
And it's like, if you were to go to the other side of UK music and you just did what you did, grabbed 5 artists, you'll find more similarities between them.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
possibly, but like
Yeah.
I think fashion, any art form, I just feel like categorizing stuff, as you said, it's counterintuitive, it's limiting this. So yeah,
It's
just
breaking
gotta
that down.
We gotta keep pushing it.
Yeah. So, last year, I think it was 2023, like the first half or the earlier half kind of went low key. I think I discovered you in maybe 2022.
Yeah, late
2021. Saw you release your stuff. I liked it, it was good. And then first early half of 2023 kind of went silent. I was wondering, like, hold on, where the hell is he gone? Even Sid tweeted it, like, where's Kobbi Banks?
Yeah.
Talk to us about that and kind of your time during that period.
So I was at uni. I was in my third year. So obviously the pressures of that, like I was studying economics, as I said, so just gets intense, dissertation. And also, like, if I'm being honest, like my mental just wasn't in a space to make clothes. Like I didn't design for months. I didn't design at all. And it was hard because it was kind of like cyclical. It felt like I wasn't designing. Designing was the thing that gave me joy. So I got sadder and sadder, can't design. So it felt like I was going round and round in a cycle. But it was an important time because it taught me how to appreciate like how important life is, like how important my mental health is, like especially for the world we live in, especially men. Like sometimes we don't talk. Luckily, I have amazing friends that like I can really talk to. But yeah, like it taught me my priorities and like this sounds really deep, yeah. But the truth of it is, I found my purpose when I was at my lowest in those times.
Yeah.
Because I realized when I wasn't designing, when I wasn't making art, I wasn't expressing myself through that avenue. I was genuinely like sad. So yeah, like I took a break, just wasn't on socials, was just locked in, and I learned the most about myself in such a short span of time. Like, okay, I create because I love this. Like, it's not for attention. It's not for. This is my form of expression. This is like on a deeper level. Like, this is maybe what God put me on the earth to do. Like, this is what I was made for. So that was it, man. It was
I feel like a lot of designers kind of hit that spot where they're kind of low key for a bit, and they're almost in a. I don't want to use the word creative rut, but they go through a phase where they're not designing nothing, they're not doing anything. They're just kind of taking a break from everything. And I appreciate you also kind of talking about, like mental health and how you're kind of in a low spot. I feel like those areas are just so kind of helpful because the amount of growth that comes from those low spots, it's almost like God just pushes you into a corner. Whatever you believe in, I feel like God just pushes you into a corner and it's like, cool, you need to just be here, learn about yourself and grow so you can come out the other side and be prepared for what's to come.
Yeah, literally.
What do you kind of think about that as well? Like being in those kind of moods, those phases where you're kind of down.
I just think it's time to reflect, really.
Yeah, it's a time of reflection for sure.
Time for reflection, time for reasoning, and I say reevaluation, reconfiguration. Like, what am I trying to do? Why am I doing it? Who am I doing it for? And what I've learned, my biggest lesson probably is just embracing it.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna get up, bro. You're gonna be out there. Like, no matter how low it gets you, you're gonna see the
yourself
light.
as a gangster, man.
Yeah,
like,
bro. You're gonna see the light, bro. And after you do see the light, you made that.
Yeah.
No one can ever take that away from you. That was you. You had your back against a wall and you bounced back.
Yeah.
That should make you feel stronger than anything.
I like the word bounce back. Well, it was 2 words actually, but bounce back. Your bounce back was amazing because you came back on the gram and you had a full 40F custom suit for graduation.
Yeah.
Crazy.
You turn it up.
From going from that phase you were in life to doing your own swag for your graduation. Talk to us about that, man. Because when I saw that, I was like, wow, what a comeback. Like, this is how you make a return. So talk to us about the suit and...
Breaking it down, I probably designed it like December time. And then was collecting references and just like doing more research into suits, watching a lot of like old Prada and a lot of Celine, brands that really tailor suits. And then it was just getting references, hadn't really locked it in and kind of forgot about it because it just got too hard. Then one night I was like, let me just at least design it. So locked in, stayed up the whole night, and got the design out. With like 12 hours of just like straight locked in design there. Then it was searching around, trying to hit people up in London, trying to find anyone that can do this. And then, boom, this is it. You know who the real star of all of this is?
Yeah.
It's my mom, bro. My mom.
Swear.
My mom's been the star. She'll always be the star, bro. So, my mom's in India. I'm telling my mom, like, I wanted to do my graduation suit, but I can't find anyone. Bro. She's like, uncle knows somebody who makes his suits. Let's do this. So my mom got me the plug. I was on FaceTime to him. I've sent him over the design. We spoke maybe for like 4 hours over like 3 days, just like use this material, use this for that. And then yeah, my mom came back in the suitcase. That was a suit. Teed it up. So yeah. My mom's a goat, bro. My mom is a goat.
I didn't even expect you to say that story. I thought he was gonna say like something like, oh, before graduation, a couple of months before, you had it teed up.
Nah.
And you're like in contact with manufacturers from overseas for months, and then boom, you had it ready. That's crazy.
It was, bro. It was like locking the 12-hour session. Yeah. It was like maybe 8 days before my graduation. So I didn't even have a design. Then designed that properly, collected all the references, showed him. Mum found the guy, made it happen. That's what I'm saying. Like, shout out, mum.
She's making plays.
My mum, number one playmaker.
Damn, that's actually. I still can't comprehend that. That actually leads to the next. That segues well into the next kind of question, and it's more so around like your relationship with your mother. Like, talk to us about that, because that's one thing you're quite passionate about. Yeah. Obviously online and stuff, but you don't shy away from that topic. So, talk to us about that.
Just important. Like, I think I believe in myself so much because my mom genuinely believes in it. Like,
I love how you said that.
Well, she actually believes in me. Like, she told me, like, just finish uni. Like, you need a degree, just get that on your back. But if this is what you want to pursue, do it. Like, the first ever tea I made was the Lone Hill tea. Yeah. My mom sat in the garden, so I designed the tea. Then I wanted to make it a bit different, so I made these custom tags that would go on the sleeve. My mom sat in the garden, we sewed them in together. Like, that was my first ever drop. But it wasn't even a proper drop, it was just like on Snapchat, I just put it up. So from the jump, she's been there. She rocks everything. She wants, every time I show her, she's like, oh, Kobbi, I need this one, I need this one, I need this one. Like, she has them bottoms, swags them out. She has the night puffer, swags that out. Her favorite one is probably the mesh. She loves the OG Riri mesh. But nah, that's like, my dad's also mad supportive of it too.
That's so good.
Yeah, such a blessing, bro.
Such a blessing. Like,
I really don't take it for granted. Like, they believe in me, and like, it only makes me believe in myself. Yeah,
and it's like, in a way, it kind of takes pressure off your shoulders, because it's like, let's say you're the opposite and you don't have parents who are as supportive. It's almost like you have this pressure of, you have to kind of prove yourself. Yeah. But the pressure that you have of both parents believing in you is, I don't have anything to prove, but I just got to show them and complete it. Do you know what I mean? And really execute the reason why they're believing in you. That's such an underrated blessing. Like, to have both parents like believing in you, it's almost like genetic. Like, if they do, you fully
do it.
And that's the most important thing.
Yeah, my mindset's always been, even from young, like, I always worked hard. At school, like, one thing about me, even when I wasn't the most talented at something, I was always work hard. I lived in Ghana when I was younger, like 6 to 8 years old, so 2 years. I went to school out there, international school, but we used to live in a place where it was like, my granddad, he did well for himself. It was cool. Like, we were in Ghana. We were probably, I would say this, like, back home, my parents, everyone's got more bread than we have here. Like, we're the ones that were changing it out in it.
That's the case a lot of the time.
But so we lived nice out there. I went to international school, which obviously is good. But right opposite us was like, I don't want to say slums, but like, it was like, I don't know what the word is, but yeah, just the opposite of that. Like, so from a young age, I was like hyper aware of like contrasts of living experiences. And then when I came to England, I realized, bro, like, there's so much to do here. Like, I have so much opportunities. I promise you, like, I was mad young, but I was so aware, like, this is a blessing. I'm here So always worked hard, and to this day, like that's my mindset. Like, where majority of us are second generation immigrants. Our parents came here with like nothing,
Yeah.
and they made it work. So my mentality is always like, bro, you've been given a blessing, a building block. I'm here, like all these resources, internet.
You'd be stupid to not take it.
Bro, I best make something amazing to make both of them proud, anyone in my family proud, because bro, I've been given the resources.
So, like, those values about, you know, hard work and stuff, is that something that your parents taught you a lot about, or is that kind of something that you've built up over time?
I feel like I'm just aware of it now. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like everybody's parents wants them to work hard.
Yeah, it's
but,
like almost like a kind of
it's
given.
a
but
given,
it's
like work hard, isn't it? But from young, I knew like I'm blessed to be here, and I'm gonna use it. Like I'm gonna really, I don't know. I feel like work hard always. When I say work hard work always eventually pays off.
Yeah.
At some point it will come. That's why I said back then. It might not be in the moment, but eventually you reap the
Benefits.
yeah, you reap the rewards. You sow them seeds, you reap it.
That's it. Another kind of relationship that's kind of that you're very strong about is your relationship with God. You're not shy of kind of talking about that either. And I feel like in a space right now where it's so prevalent to have designs that are very kind of booky, demonic, satanic, it's quite repetitive. You see it quite a lot. So to have you kind of spread this message of your religion and what you believe in confidently, I have high respect for.
Thank you.
So talk to us about that. Talk to us about your relationship with God and kind of why you're that person who is not afraid to talk about it.
So cool. This kind of ties back to when I went away from my break. That's when I got closest to God. Because, I don't know, maybe it's the fact of feeling down and out. Like, I don't know. I've always been a Christian my whole life growing up. But I say that's the start where I developed a relationship with Him of my own accord. So, built that. And when I came back, I remember saying, like, I never used to talk about God on Instagram. Like, that was not a thing for me. I remember, like, just being in devotion one time and just Him saying, don't underestimate the power you have and the ability I've placed on you. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm far from the biggest, like, but I have to appreciate it. When I put a story up, people are going to see. And if I have the capability for some of those stories just to be a word or a worship song, or use it. Like, I genuinely feel like by God's grace, if I reach the heights I do, a massive thing to account for is that God wants me to use it as a platform to realize that He blessed me with this opportunity to create.
Do you feel like it's part of your purpose to kind of spread that message?
Yeah,
through your designs?
100%. I want it to be. Like, I think I have to always take a step back and think, why do you want eyes on you? What's the reason for that?
Your intentions.
Of course, bro. I want it to be because I make good art. And now you have your art, you have these eyes here. What other purpose can you do with it?
Yeah.
So, bro, if it's spreading the word of the Lord, if it's spreading health, like, I run a lot, I try and stay really on top of my health.
Yeah, like
just
anything. Your Instagram, that's another thing I say to a lot of kind of people is when we're kind of referring to Kobbi, is you're a very kind of good role model to follow in terms of what you share and the type of person you are. Like,
thank you, bro.
Like, you are a good role model to kind of follow and look up to, especially for young starting designers if they're thinking of how to get their way around it. You're one of the people that comes to my mind first, because it's like everything you share, the type of person you are, is just very kind of, role model-esque. Do you know what I mean?
And bro, anytime someone hits me up in my message, like, I always have time for people to talk and give advice, etc. Because I don't know, like, one thing I want the younger generation to do more. That's always the case.
Especially in a time like now, we need that. We need that push for, like, especially with like young people. We just need that kind of push where it's like, go do your thing. Go
Yeah,
do your
make
thing.
your
And
own
I feel like
thing.
we live in a generation where a lot of kids are kind of lost. They're not lost, but they're distracted. They're distracted
It's
by
hard, bro. That's what I'm saying.
TikTok,
I
all
feel
this stuff.
sorry
It's
for
like,
them because it's a different way to grow up right
yeah,
now.
it's very difficult for
It's
them.
hard. It's hard.
And yeah, it's like when you're distracted, you're not getting time to really think about your own life, your purpose, what you want to do, the type of person you want to be, because so many things are just grabbing your attention.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Sometimes you just need to lock in and really be like, think about you, think about what you want to do and everything.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, what's the point in going up for yourself? There's not, like, the minute you have knowledge, pass it on. We're trying to advance. We're trying to advance.
100%.
Yeah, we're trying to advance, especially in art. For me, I want art to get better.
Yeah.
If it's me making the better art, or if it's the younger generations making the better art,
Yeah.
the people around me making better art.
Yeah.
That's the aim of this thing. So
I feel like that's one of the best gifts you can give the world, just on your knowledge, what you've learned. And I'm a big believer in kind of education and information. I feel like that's the key to like freedom and anything you want to achieve in life. So I really rate how you said that as well. God, kind of circling back to God again, what's your kind of end vision incorporating God into like what you do?
I always want it to be authentic. That's the first thing.
Yeah.
If I was to make a tea that says God loves you, it's not authentic to what I am.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think as I said this on another one, but me in Detroit, we've had a design again, had it for like a year and a half, but I can't wait to get this one out. And that
Detroit's
links so
talented.
yeah, Detroit's the guy, bro. He's so crazy. Shouts to Detroit because
Shout out Detroit, man.
because biggest shouts to Detroit because he took the hard route. So I don't know if you know about his, and this is like a huge lesson in this. He was like at the top of the game in making cover art. So he's done stuff for like Don Toliver, he did Fimmies, like he was the guy. And he just left that side of art to pursue what he really wanted to do. And bro, that's hard to do, especially when you're near the top of a game, to come into the art world and just humble yourself and start from scratch. And
Well, we need to get him on here.
bro,
Yeah,
Detroit's
get
a
him on
guy,
here, man.
bro. He's the guy.
It's like, obviously I knew of him, and obviously doing what I do, I just go down a rabbit hole and just study stuff. And then when I looked at it, I was like, yo, this is actually crazy. And it's like, obviously I only know him face value from online. He could be online being like, I've done this, I've done that. He doesn't.
Just building.
I had to find out myself by looking, and I was like, bro, this guy's worked with this guy, he's done that. And I was like, this guy's actually tapped. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to reach out to him and just talk about chopping it up. Because that's a good story.
He sacrificed, and then I don't know. Last year he did his first exhibition, bro. It was amazing, bro. It was beautiful.
Yeah, see, I discovered him through the painting. I think it was Lost in My Mind.
Yeah,
is it like that?
it's insane, isn't it?
Insane.
Yeah,
Bro.
he's super tapped.
Crazy. It's like every time you look at that painting, it's just something new, something
yeah.
different, something that you missed out.
Yeah, but me and him have a piece together, which we're developing, and it just keeps growing and growing more. Especially on the account, bro. It's crazy.
I cannot wait for this.
Our relationship is also growing. Like I'm getting closer to him. Like he's really inspires me a lot. So, but when we do that one, break the game. That one is crazy.
The scene.
Yeah,
This is another
crazy.
good segue into the next kind of question/topic I wanted to talk about, and it's more so about the scene. Talk to the people, talk to me, ask everyone about your relationship with people in the scene, like who you rate and who you have high respect for. This is where everyone gets free shoutouts, man.
Free shoutouts, right? Wait, can I bring bro in? Yo, Sal.
Sal, of course, bro.
Hop in.
Come
yeah,
in, bro.
hop in.
Sure.
Team with me. Alright, so I'm gonna start with my left lung 2 times. Sal. So yeah, bro. Sal's except for my mom, second person to believe in all of this was bro. Before it was anything, bro. I met Sal, like he seen me on Twitter. So as I said, I used to paint on my gums. Yeah. And he hit me up and he was like, can I put 40F on one of my trousers? In my DM. Yeah. So I was like, at first I was like, I looked at it, I was like, that's slightly weird, but like, fuck it, go, do your thing, bro. He did it, then ended up getting closer, talking more, And then he was like, "Shall we? What is that? Why did we do a shoot?"
For fun. We did that shit for fun. There wasn't really any meaning to behind it, but I remember I cooked up some cargos.
Yeah.
He cooked up his cargos. They both look crazy.
Yeah.
Like at the time.
Or if you got pictures of it, show them, bro. We're gonna put them up.
I think I got some
I'll be able to source. I'll be able to source the pictures in it, and we'll probably get to pop up on the screen. But yeah, so I had an unreleased hoodie at the time, and then he made the cargos, and yeah. So the first time me and Sal ever linked up, we did a shoot together.
Yeah.
Straight shoot, and bro, that's been my brother ever since. Damn near 3 years, bro. 3 years. That's been my brother ever since. Got Sal with me. I got
That's my favorite. That's one of my favorite parts. Got Sal with me.
It got Sal with me all the time. But ain't I start that shit? I started that whole with me stuff. That was me, bro. I had Sal with me. And then with my team, MVP Jace. No Time for Tears again.
That's one of the
Mad
pictures.
talented. Raw.
Yeah, Young
Yeah.
G's.
Had
Young
a
G's,
hoodie
cuz.
too, like crazy hoodie at the time, nuts hoodie,
Damn.
and Kobbi done that shit all himself. I remember I had the hoodie as my display, like as my wallpaper for like 2 years straight.
Crazy.
It was nuts.
That's what it's about, though. Like,
Yeah, I never,
we'll throw this
never
up,
released
for
it.
Sure, for sure.
But yeah, so who else with me? We got MVP Jace, The Truth. That's artistically, my biggest inspiration. Pushes me to be better, pushes me to design better, artistically direct better.
I've only heard good stuff about it.
Bro, he's the truth. Like,
crazy.
so talented. Like, such a big platform.
I'm
like,
so excited to see like
where he takes
where he
it.
takes his stuff.
Like,
'cause
no
it's-
limit.
Yeah.
I say this and it sounds like I'm exaggerating, but I'm actually not. Like, so many elements of this game, he knows so much more than me. Like, I learned from him so much.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. And then I got Durst with us.
That's it.
Why do you keep doing this?
There's so many talented people around us. There's so much talent. There's so much motivation around us.
We're
It's
going
like,
through a boom right now. It's
that's
crazy.
what I'm saying, bro. You were
It's
talking
crazy.
about the scene. I say quote unquote scene. I don't like calling it scene.
Yeah.
But the people around us,
It's crazy.
biggest motivators. Like every day, I want to get up and do something, and that's
Yeah.
beautiful in
It's
itself.
like you're forced to.
Yeah,
Because
that's
it's like everyone around you's doing something. If you're not, you're like, why am I not doing nothing? Do you know what I mean? It's like
bro.
you're kind of forced to do something.
Like it's beautiful, and it's like you're looking around, and you're just like, yeah, it's starstruck. I'm constantly starstruck. Like my brothers are like the people I look up to the most.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
we're living in a great time, and to be capturing it all and like be alive at the same time during this time, it's nuts. It's a blessing.
It's a blessing.
It's a blessing for real. It's a blessing
But
for
yeah,
real.
Durst for
Yeah.
Kobbi, like one of my favorite
tapped as
collabs
well, man.
ever. I don't know if you've seen the collabs
I
he
did.
did.
I did.
But
I saw that.
that's legendary. Like,
That's a grill.
yeah,
That's
facts.
an
I have
early
I have a
girl.
one that's not worn. I just keep it there. But yeah, so we got there. Then there's too many guys. You know when you start saying guys, then you'll miss one guy. You'll feel like the worst guy in the world. Too many guys. Like, everyone knows the love I have for everyone.
Yeah. What about Sal? Sal, like,
Sal,
you can name some people as well.
They said you want to name people.
I don't name no people.
Alright, let me actually name some people. Alright, so shout out Sid, of course. Shout out Sid Osbat. Shout out Aisha, Blue Indian. She's
So talented.
She's
I
running
need to
up
get her on here
so
as well.
much, bro.
So
Like,
talented, man.
yeah, women's
so
wear,
talented,
moving me.
man.
Like, so who else in the clothing game? Who am I? Well, I just tapped into Dagier. He's crazy. I really like his way. He's moving me
That
a lot.
gets tapped.
House of Errors, fully.
Yeah.
Joe Frez, Chromosome.
Oh, Joe Fraser's.
Shout out Joe Frez,
Frez,
hardest worker I
crazy.
know.
Like the recent joint he was dropping,
Bro, that leather stuff, insane.
and the whole lookbook of it as well was just crazy. Like, so good.
Who else? Loho,
Top guy.
crazy. The
He's
denim.
so young but so intelligent.
Yeah,
like, it's
young
crazy.
OG, young
That
OG.
one, that interview's loading, by the way. It's coming.
Need that.
We gotta
Need
drop
that. Loho. my famously famous brothers, Taiwo and Hope.
Underrated duo, man.
Yeah, bro, they're gonna run it up. They're about to drop.
And I love how they're not in London as well.
Yeah, running it.
I mean,
they're
repping a whole nother spot.
Yeah, bro, and then okay, that's just open. Shout out Lost Boys, bro.
Yeah.
See what Lost Boys are building.
Yeah.
See what this is. What I was talking to one of my guys. Lost Boys have every element of the game locked. Everything. DJs locked. Guns locked. Models locked. Musicians like see S5 Easy Marks. What's the guy? Running.
Yeah, running.
Producer.
Co-producer.
Bro. The whole camp there, insane. Like, so shout out Lost Boys. Shout out. I want to shout out damn near everyone. I don't want to shout out all the Wall Street Mafia guys. Their turn. Shout out 3 Stacks. Shout out Moe Digi. Shout out Moe Digi. One of the coldest in the game.
One of the coldest in the game.
So I'm talking all about artists right now. Who else? But shout out G-Clo, Gams, Sick. Another person recently tapped into. Yeah, I need everyone to go and check out all these people because they're crazy. JMS.
My editor's gonna hate me, but we're gonna throw everyone on here. We're throwing everyone on the screen, cuz.
JMS.
Yeah.
You know 99 by.
Yeah,
bro.
99.
He's insane.
Bro, his ad. Did you guys see the post?
Yeah.
That's the best ad. Me personally, that was my favorite.
Move me.
It's like I can't even put my finger around why it was so good. I just looked at it, I was like, bro, this is
crazy, isn't it? Yeah, too many talented. So who else, bro? I haven't talked about music. I haven't gone into the music game because that's when it gets techie. But bro, shout out all my brothers that make the most amazing music that are pushing the music game. Shout out to the organizers. Shout out Oaks London. They're doing a lot for the game. They're bringing amazing talent from America.
They're bringing us together for real. They're bringing a lot of like Americans and UK people together. I feel like
trying to bridge the gap.
I don't know if you saw, but Seb and Osama's son, they're working together.
Yeah.
And I think that's crazy.
Yeah.
And I feel like a paver that was definitely Oaks.
Yeah, just
shout out Oaks, man.
Bro, shout out Oaks. And then musicians. I don't want to start saying it because that's when I know I'm gonna miss so many. But, bro, the amount of talented music, the young G's coming up, the guys that have been in the game for a hot sec that are now pushing to like stardom. Like, I feel like UK music is in an amazing place. Like,
yeah, it's crazy though. The UK, what a time to be alive, man.
It's
Shout out to Drake. Shout out to Drake as well, man. What a time to be alive, because
are you on Drake's team?
what a time to be alive.
The question is, on you and Drake's team, have you seen this whole Future Drake thing?
Yeah. It's crazy.
He said he's Future team. What team are you?
I'm Team Future as well.
Everyone's claiming sides.
Everyone's
claiming sides until the Nocta pack start landing. Until the Nocta pack start landing, everyone's like, oh.
I mean, I gave him a shout, innit? So, me personally, I deserve
yeah, shout out Nocta, bro. I don't even mind
I
Nocta.
deserve my Nocta pack.
That's why I'm not talking.
Bro, they didn't hear Undiscovered yet about no Nocta pack, bro, but it's crazy.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
Undiscovered no Nocta pack is crazy.
No Nocta pack, man. I want my Nocta pack, man.
Agenda.
Whoever's watching from Nocta, I need it. But now, Sal, let me ask you a question.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
What's going down? What's next? Tell the people about Sal's world.
For Salski,
Yeah,
hey
Salski,
man. Hey, I feel like I've done a lot in my life. Like the 22 years I've lived like it feels like a very, very long life, and I feel like I've done so much creatively, and that sounds so cringe just coming up, but like bro, even coming up with OTF, like bro, I've seen Kobbi do the craziest. Like I've seen a lot of people, I've seen a lot of designers, I've seen a lot of like, creative people and a lot of talented people. But being in the space with Kobbi, I'm just like, yo, anything is literally possible. Anything. Anything is possible, gang. Yeah. And after a while, like, getting into music, I just feel like in terms of art form, bro, making music, my favorite art form, for sure. Of course, I've directed stuff, I've shot stuff, I've even like edited loads of stuff. Yeah. I have all of that. I just found that in my whole journey, making music just made me so happy. So happy to get
that
out.
gives you most joy.
That's what I'm saying. Like being on the mic, just oh my gosh, hearing it sounds so crazy, but hearing the right 808s in my ears just makes me so happy.
Yeah.
Just makes me so happy.
And it's like you're bringing a whole new sound to the UK as well.
Hey man, you have to.
Excited,
You have to.
excited.
You have to.
I'm
Like
excited.
everyone does the same shit. Like, bro, sorry for swearing, my bad. But everyone does the same thing, and you gotta realize that, yo, like, you gotta be yourself.
Yeah.
Like, especially with
Yeah.
designing one thing, with music, bro, you really have to be yourself.
That's the best advice ever. I feel like, me personally, I think the best advice you can ever get in your life is be yourself and believe in yourself. Like them two, best advice you can ever get in your life.
Do you know what? Being yourself requires knowing yourself.
Yeah.
And I think that's my biggest thing. Like, give yourself time to discover yourself.
Yeah.
And that's no pun intended,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
like,
yeah.
we don't have to have everything sorted out now. Everyone's so young. Bro, in my opinion, if you're 30 years old, you're young in terms of life.
Really and truly, like
Yeah,
the
you're
social media
young.
age has made it seem
Make,
like
even
30 is
people
old
calling
age.
me unks on 22, bro. I'm not unks, bro. I'm 22 years old. But
That's
jokes aside, like,
crazy.
you got so much time to discover yourself. And of course, everybody's always like, be yourself. Like, don't do anything else. Do you. But you got to find yourself.
Yeah.
So don't be hard on yourself. Don't think you don't have to have everything sorted out.
Yeah.
And the beautiful thing about Sal's story is he's done so much. Like, Sal made me and him co-directed the 40th movie, the short movie we put out. Sal's done graphics for me. Sal's done creative direction for me.
It's a vital part
Yeah, like,
of the
but
40th movement, man.
yeah, he like paramount, like essential in how it's all gone up. He connected me. I always say this. I was the ASAP Yams. Like, he put me. I know him and him because Sal would be like, yo, you need to know him. You made this place for me.
Yeah.
But the main thing from it all was, it took him time to find what his passion was, and now obviously he's gonna push the music because that's what he loves. But he developed it, like, and there's so much beauty in that. So that'd be my message for the youngins, like, or anyone, not the youngins, anyone. Like, find yourself and don't feel under pressure to do that so quickly. Yeah.
That's a good message.
Yeah.
Sal, tell us about your next move for kind of music.
Hey,
I
man.
don't even know if you want to go into the full thing because obviously you told
Yeah.
some of us know, but no, if you want to tell the people.
Hey man, I got a little tape dropping soon, like in April. The thing is, I shouldn't, like, really and truly, I should be dropping like more singles and stuff. But I just feel like I have a lot to say, especially through my music, and I feel like the best way I can do that is just dropping it.
Just drop it, man.
Yeah, I feel like I'm using my music just as a way of communicating my life at this point, and I feel like, I don't know, this last couple years, I felt the most I felt in my entire life. And I feel like I'm not alone in saying that. I feel like after COVID, like, feeling things just became so extreme.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, communicating that through music just it's become
beautiful.
It's beautiful, man.
It's like therapy.
Yeah,
That's
bro,
something.
literally, every single day, I realize, even, this is going back to what Kobbi said earlier, like, every day that I don't create something, I get so upset.
Yeah.
I literally get so upset. If I'm not doing something which allows me to, like, showcase what I'm worth or what I am, I won't be happy.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people should look into what they actually want to, like, do, even if it's creatively, even if it's like a piece of art, even if it's just a damn drawing on a piece of paper. Starting from there leads you to places that you would never think you'd ever be. And one reason that, I started from there, I used to draw all the time. Slowly drawing become painting. Slowly painting become painting on jeans. Slowly painting on jeans become designing. Then designing became graphic designing. And it just started from there. And like, it went with graphic designing to doing music, like videos, and then videos to doing music videos, and then music videos to doing music. And I was just like, wait, I found something here. Something clicked.
But that's how it's meant to be.
Bro, something
That's the
clicked,
journey,
bro. And like, everything that I've done, I'm just like, when is it gonna click? And I remember I made this song cool, I guess so. And it was like everything in that song.
Aligned.
Like, bro, it's not even a crazy big song, but
Yeah.
everything in that song I meant. And like, I was just like, yo, I listened to it, I'm just like, wow, this is amazing. Because I felt that. And I guess, yeah, that's what's coming next. Music that you can feel from my life. That's the best thing I can say.
That's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. Beautiful.
Tape time.
Sure.
Tape time for sure. But yeah, in
My
this
laptop
segment,
died.
that's cool.
But it's cool because
Yeah.
the main questions, we got them done. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like little A-B questions that I have left.
Yeah.
But it don't matter too much.
What was I gonna say?
Yeah, go
If I missed out anyone, I'm so sincerely sorry. There's so many
Sorry, man.
talented people, like, and they know that, like,
Yeah,
people know, like, I work so much. So if I missed out anyone off the top of my head, that's why I didn't even start on the music people, because there's too many. It's too deep. Boys, women, men, like, everyone's teeing it up right now. So, but yeah.
I think for the last few questions, I'm gonna try to remember them off my head. If you can load them up, that'll be amazing. But no, it's the 4 quick questions. Nothing crazy. I'll ask both of you. You for music, you for design. One piece of advice to someone who's watching, like your best piece of advice.
Right now,
Yeah.
I'd say devote yourself to it. Just put your hours in. As I said, get those hours in whatever way you can. If it's watching fashion shows, going into stores, touching high fashion garments, being observant on the train, rather than just scrolling through Instagram, have purpose. I think that's my biggest thing. So it'd be putting your hours, be purposeful each day.
Yeah.
Try increment 1% every day, adds up. And my second thing would be I think I said this when we did that post. It's like, give something to the world.
Yeah.
Really take a step back and think, what am I trying to do? If it's comfort in the garments, if it's innovation in the garments, it doesn't matter what it is. And that can also change as you develop as a person and a designer. But it's really find what you want to give and go and pursue that.
That's a good message.
I think the best piece of advice I can give is educate yourself. And when I say that, I mean more look around you. Like look at what motivates you and look at what demotivates you.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a big part of like knowing what you want and what you want from yourself. Of course, like the biggest piece of advice I can give is be yourself. But I feel like educating yourself and looking at your surroundings allows you to be yourself. It really allows you to dig deep in what you want out of this. And that's I would say that's my biggest piece of advice for sure.
That's what's up. Is this still working good?
Personal future vision for 40 years.
So right now, I want to always evolve the designs, always keep elevating that quality, washes, garment designs, everything. Just make that deeper. But more coherent collections. So this brick by brick, that's my first one. I really want to have a message behind it, and that message also link into the garments.
Have you got an idea of around when it's dropping?
Next 2 months, really not rushing it. Really want it to be purposeful, brick by brick. And then in the immediate future, it's about building community. Like I've been tapped in with Hugo, just trying to ask playmaker, but really wanting to try and start bringing things to real life. Like all this social media stuff is cool, but like I really want to be having events and it not be pop-up party. Like they're cool and all, but like I want it to intertwine with my brand and my message. And so 2024 we should be having some IRL things. And long term, bro, the mission is make this like a powerhouse. Like I wanna, as I said, I wanna have runways and schedule fashion weeks. I wanna be there with all the big brands. I also want it to be a brand which gives opportunities. So deeper than creativity. Like on anything, I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I want there to one day be like a 40th school. Even if it's just like on the weekends, and then it teaches people like It doesn't even have to be typed into clothes. It's like really the reason of for the future is advancing and progressing.
Yeah.
So I really don't want to limit what I'm doing here to just garments. But until we get this really rolling, this is the concentration. But
I rate it. I like that vision a lot.
thank
I
you.
feel like both of them are so key to the future, and like especially like young people.
Yeah, but
Do you know what I
it's always about the youth. It's always about
because that's where
empowering.
everything roots. That's where the world's going. It starts with the youth.
Facts.
Do you know what I mean?
Facts.
All right. Since you're the interviewer now, ask the last question.
Predict something about your future selves,
Both of you.
That's easy.
Did something like that.
I want you guys to look back at it and be like, "Raw, man said it and I did it." Do you know what I mean? Well, you can take your time.
I got 1 minute pause.
This life is so unpredictable, though.
It is.
Like, you don't know what's gonna happen like tomorrow.
It is.
Facts. So what is the question? Predict something about
Predict
our
something
future?
about your future self. Say something that you're gonna do in the future.
Okay, let's do 3 levels. Maybe light one, I'm gonna run a marathon. Like, gonna run a marathon one day, and I'm gonna donate the proceeds to like Black mental health, like, because sometimes it's like a bit of a taboo for us.
Yeah. Especially like within families and that.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely want to run a marathon. Put the money towards that. 40th, well, bro, let's put it into the world. I manifest one day gonna be in the scheduled fashion week. If it's London Fashion Week, Paris.
Amen to that.
And I also envision for myself, like, I feel like I'm gonna creatively direct for a brand one day. And I don't know why, but I always think I'm gonna work for Elites. I feel like I'll creatively direct for Elites. I feel like it coincides. I don't know. So now I'm throwing out big ones in it, and I'm gonna be bold. so well, when it come back to it, maybe this will be it. And
That's really dope.
one thing, not to make everything mad inspirational all the time, blah blah blah, but shoot for those stars, bro. Because when you miss, you end up with all of them. You know, shoot for the moon, and then if you miss, you end up in the stars. Yeah, but real talk, like. And that's always been one thing which I've realized, that the higher you go and you don't restrict your brain, you'd be surprised at things you can start achieving. You'd be so surprised how much we restrict ourselves because we think, oh, just because my brand is only at 4K right now, and I literally started this and I didn't go fashion school, there's no way I can go and be on the Paris Fashion Week. But why not? Well, like, Virgil done it. He was just screen printing tees, right?
Exactly.
Guy who runs Kid Super, bro, probably one of the most amazing shows, bro. Most talked about, and he just got it from the dirt up. Like, you can do it. You know the brand Fugazi?
Yeah.
Trevor?
Yeah.
He
Talented guy.
He did the fashion
So
show, bro.
talented.
It was beautiful garments. You can do it, bro. Like, you really have to believe in yourself and
just
never
have
put limits on it. So yeah, that's me. I'll do them bold predictions, and I'll be the brave one and take that and put this on the big bold internet. Those are my predictions.
He's shouting me. Oh, hey, bro. Hey, bro. Hey. What's the question?
Predict like one thing. Obviously, Kobbi did a good range.
I'm not gonna say anything crazy like he did. But no, as in like it's not in my head. But one big thing is being closer to God, for sure. Being like, I don't know, like I think last couple of years I've seen, like, you know, like I haven't been as close to God as I should be. Or I don't know, something like, okay, Kobbi played a big part in this as well because his religion, like, and his like relationship with God. But with me, I just think everyone should have their own path with God. And like this, like last year, I feel like I've been a lot more serious. Like,
are you Christian as well?
Nah, I'm Muslim.
Okay.
I'm Muslim.
Are you fasting right now?
Yeah, I'm fasting right now, gang. Shout Ramadan. Yeah, man. And it's crazy. It's beautiful, but it's crazy.
Yeah.
And What was one thing that I can predict about myself? More success in music. More success in music, bro.
We need some more money in this.
More money in it.
Bro, bands on the way.
For
More
sure,
bands on the
gang.
way.
Facts, bro. We need some more money, bro.
bands on
That's
the
what I
way.
predict, man. I predict 7 figures. By God's grace. By God's grace. We need them bands.
Kobbi, Sal, that was amazing, man.
Yeah, that's so tough. My brother
That was
Kelly.
amazing. Gotta make sure my laptop don't fall, man. But
Bro, that was a sick
thank
combo.
you so much for that. That was amazing.
Thank you.
Is there one more thing?
Go on. Give him the mic, give him the mic.
I feel like he's gonna say something silly, bro.
Give him the mic. You don't want to give him the mic.
Basically, yeah, when we shouting out brands, I forgot 2 brands that I'm literally wearing right
Yeah,
go,
facts.
go.
Shout out, find us.
now. Yeah, find this experience, bro. Big find this ski.
We'll do a fit breakdown anyway, so.
Yeah, and damn Foley, bro. I'm wearing his earrings right now.
Yeah.
Like, I forgot 2 brands that I'm literally wearing. Like 2 brothers that I have so much love
We'll
for.
tie them.
Yeah,
We'll get a
tie it
full
in, bro.
Fit breakdown of everything you're wearing and just put it in.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us, both of us. Like, yeah, bro, it's been
Sick, man.
so important, man. So shout Undiscovered 100 times, see,
Let's go.
Bro, we've been watching you. Like, I've been tapped in. I've seen the come up.
Really?
Oh, that's perfect.
That's mine.
Just in time. Is that the wide one?